The leader of the Booner path. I lead from the front.
All right, boys. Lock in.
It's our core foundation, man. Grit.
I'm fired up. I'm fired the f*** up, boys.
It's pumping right now. It's got my juices pumping, boys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Saturday mornings, Crunch Time Sports. I am Caleb Czarnik. I'm here with the guy. The man, the myth, the legend, they say. Michael Gentry. Mike, how are we feeling today?
Caleb.
We got a stacked show today.
I am. I'm feeling good. Obviously, had to miss last week. Shout out to Jeff for filling in for me, but I'm excited to be back with you, and we got a fun show planned. We have a good top 5 to cap off the show, so it's going to be a good Saturday, Caleb.
It's going to be a good Saturday. We got some Tigers to get into. We got some Lions preseason. We got, like I said, top 10. I'm going to have Mike also blind rank 10 random athletes I could think of. And I'm telling you, Mike, these athletes, they have nothing to do with each other. And some are good, some are bad. So I'm excited to watch you blind rank that. But before anything else, obviously in the Lions game yesterday, pretty scary situation. Maurice Norris had, a head injury, neck injury, had to get taken off on an ambulance. It's always scary when something like that happens. We've gotten updates, kind of throughout the night from Dan Campbell and everybody. Here's one update. Detroit Lions cornerback Maurice Norris is in stable condition and has feeling and movement in all of his extremities. He will remain at Grady Memorial Hospital in Atlanta overnight for observation. Positive news for the Detroit Lions. Yeah, scary situation. Obviously, we were live for it, and when it happened, none of us really knew what was going on. Obviously, we saw the trainers run out and everything. Ambulance came out, but, they ended the game. Some things are just bigger than sports. You have to end that game. I don't think anybody would ever want to play under those circumstances after that happened. So prayers up to Maurice Norris. I also saw Ennis Rakestraw post-selling. He FaceTimed him last night. So that's good. But yeah, definitely a scary situation. And I'm happy that all of the news coming out is all positive. So shout out or prayers up to Maurice Norris, because definitely a scary situation, but we will get to the Lions preseason game in a little bit. But Mike, I feel like I owe you an apology. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Little backstory from last weekend. Saturday night, boys came over. They came and checked out the new house. And you could say the big fella got a little rowdy. Had quite a few beers and such, mixed drinks mixed in and everything. Went out to a couple bars. Me, Jeff, Booner. We had a tea time the next day at 8:00 in the morning. And let me say this. What a fucking mistake. And honestly, I was pleading in the group chat. I kept saying, guys, there's no possible way I'm going to make this tea time. There's just no way. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to bed at 4 a.m. I have my friend from Nashville come flying into town. He's coming to hang out. It's just not going to be one of those nights where I'm going to go to get a good night's sleep and everything. I do owe you an apology, Mike, because I respect the integrity of the game when it comes to golf. I showed up 2 holes late to the tea time on Sunday morning. I woke up at about 7. Let's call it 7:30. Looked at my phone and laughed out loud. I just laughed. I said, yeah, I did the best I could, Mike. I absolutely did the best I could, but I do owe you an apology for being late to that tea time. I do apologize because, like I said, I respect the game of I respect the game of golf and the integrity that comes with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, hey, you showed grit out there. I mean, I don't think anyone believed that you would actually be there on time. It was just more of hoping. But to only miss 1 hole and then to push through the rest of the 18, you got to show a lot of grit to do something like that. It's not easy after the work you put in the night before. So we respect you for that aspect.
Well, I thought I was going to be in the same boat as Jeff and Booner. I saw them at, I think it was Coney Island or something at 2:30. Them two were just munching on some chili cheese fries. And I saw them and I'm like, none of us are going to make it to this tea time. We're fucked. They called me in the morning. I'm like, how are these guys alive? And I'll say this, in the front 9, I guess you could call it the 7 holes I played, 8 holes. I played on that par 3. I hit it maybe 6 feet in front of me, which is fine. I was feeling fine. I was feeling fine. I was hitting my irons well. And then that back 9 hit. And Mike, I'm telling you right now, man. And I guess this is a part of the apology because I always want to be a vibes guy out there on the course. I thought I was going to pass away on the course. I mean, dude, I felt like absolute garbage. It was insane.
We probably should have recorded those last 3 or 4 holes you had just for content purposes. You were struggling, but like I said, it was a gritty performance. Another thing I have to say is, does Boone even get hangovers? I don't think Boone gets
I don't understand it.
You see him at 7 a.m. He's got Timbits, 6 different drinks. He is just always ready to go. I don't think Booner gets hangovers. Jeff, he was going through it. Jeff was still rough when he showed up, not feeling it. Booner, just 100% all the time. You can't knock the guy off his game.
He just kept telling me, he kept going, you got to be a dog. I mean, you just have to be a dog. And I'm looking at him, I'm going, I'm going to throw up on this tee box, I think. I'm going to throw up on this tee box. I'm going to swing. I'm probably going to rip a hangover fart while I swing, and then I'm going to throw up on the tee box. I didn't, luckily, but it was a rough one. Also, Mike, little story time from Caleb here. Just something that happened during the week. So I'm at work, okay, right? I'm sitting there. I'm actually negotiating a fantasy trade with my friend who I work with. If you want to know what's a dynasty league, the trade was I have Jaden Daniels. I was going to trade him Jaden Daniels in a second for Justin Herbert, Bijan, and that was it. That was going to be the trade. I was trying to get Jameson Williams a part of the deal. Didn't get a deal done. Here's why. I'm sitting there. Like I said, negotiating a trade. I'm screaming. I'm yelling. I'm trying to get this deal done. I'm in the war room. I'm in the war room. Yeah. We have a dentist right next to our work, right? We never really, talk to him, whatever. Once in a while, they'll come over and say hi, but she comes through the back door and she goes, is that somebody's car out there in the parking lot? I go, yeah, it's nice, man. You like it? I just got it. Mike, you want to know what she said to me in there? She said, in direct quote, and I'm not going to say her name, obviously. That'd be weird. I'm not trying to out her. She's probably not watching the show. But she said, I hit your car. I hit your car. And this is my thought process.
I'm sorry.
And this is my thought process. No, you could laugh because this is my thought process here. There's a pretty fucking big dent in that car, okay? It's a parking lot. How fast are you driving in a parking lot? How fast are you going? I mean, she put a pretty nice dent in that thing. And I walk out there, I go, I think my exact words were, why? Why'd you hit my car? And why is there a ginormous dent? I'm parked in the parking lot.
Not so how, just why.
I go, I've never been in this situation. I've been in an accident one time. Wasn't my fault. But I've never had a situation like this where it's like, it's an unoccupied car and it gets hit. So, that's really the story time. My car got hit this week.
Did she say how she hit it? Was she on her phone?
No, Mike, this is what she said. I hit your car. And I said,
you guys got cameras back there? You can run back the film, review the film. It's tragic.
No, but she's being pretty nice about it. She filed the claim, everything. We'll see what happens.
You have to be pretty nice when you hit a parked car, because I don't think you can be mean about that.
Because Mike, there's no excuses for that. Yeah, when a car's not moving, you probably shouldn't hit it. And let me say this again, not trying to out her. She's not watching this show, so I'm gonna say what I have to say. If I end up getting fucked here for some reason, I'm just gonna go out there and play because it's Michigan's a no-fault state. I'm going out there and playing bumper cars. I mean, if there's no what's the word? Ramifications for hitting a car. I mean, no-fault state Michigan, is that not the dumbest thing ever?
You should just hit her car back. Next time you pull in the car, just hit her in the same spot and pull right next to her.
Watch this. Take this. You thought that was bad. Watch this.
And then go walk up to her building and say the exact stuff she did.
Yeah, So that happened this week. So yeah, I think we're basically all caught up. I was late to golf and my car got hit. I think we're caught up on what happened to us during the week. But we are going to get into the Lions again. I do want to touch on the Tigers, Mike, because what an electric win they had yesterday. Right? That's a win you needed. Home series against the Angels, an Angels team that really hasn't been playing that bad.
Yeah, no.
You have Skubal on the bump. You didn't get the best outing from Skubal. There was a point you're down 4-3. Matt Vierling comes in. I believe he has 2 extra base hits all year long. And he comes in, pinch hits, 3-run home run. Man, what an at-bat, and what a win for the Detroit Tigers. And A.J. Hinch said it after the game. All the wins count the same, but some just feel a little bit different. And that's true in a couple senses here. One, because you needed a win, right? You have your ace on the mound. That's a game you don't really want to, watch slip out of your hands. And you have a guy who was a big contributor to your team last year, and then he comes back from injury this year, and it's really been a nothing for you in Matt Vierling, and he comes up with a huge swing. That's a big win for the Detroit Tigers, and I'm hoping this is the start of a really good stretch of baseball for this team, because I'll say this. Watching this team as of late is making me want to rip my hair out, because there's a lot of things, there's a lot of uncharacteristic things this team is doing. But that was a hell of a win last night in Comerica Park. Matt Vierling, that was absolutely electric.
Yeah. I mean, in a game where Tarek Skubal obviously didn't have his best stuff, you find a way to somehow get a win. Obviously, that has to instill some confidence in him and to the guys going into today. And today, Caleb, that left-handed pitcher, I can never pronounce his last name right for the Angels.
I haven't even checked the pitching. I do believe
Kikuchi or something like that.
It's Kikuchi versus Morton.
Yeah. So they kind of have like an interesting because I think it was earlier in the week A.J. Hinch talked about it, because obviously Riley Green been struggling against lefties. We know the whole deal with Kerry Carpenter doesn't get the opportunities because he also struggles against lefties. So they got him on the mound today, and they were talking on how A.J. Hinch is kind of going to maneuver the lineup today. And obviously, we got Charlie Morton is his second start for us. So it's going to be a big game. Who knows how that lineup's going to unfold today with whatever A.J. Hinch is obviously thinking. So it's going to be a big one today.
Yeah, you would love to go get a win here, especially, after that win you have yesterday. Go win a series tonight. I'm going to check the pitching matchup for tomorrow. It's Casey Mize. And look, Casey Mize has really been struggling lately. So if he just has an opportunity against an Angels team tomorrow, not in the most high leverage situation, to kind of get some of this stuff right, I think that's going to be really big for him. That's why this game tonight is so huge. But one thing about Kerry Carpenter, and I have a feeling we're going to start seeing more of this. I mean, obviously, I have no sources to tell me if this is true or not. I think we're going to start seeing Kerry Carpenter's name come up a little bit more against a left-handed pitcher. I mean, since this guy's came back from injury, he's been a really big spark plug for this team, and that's a guy you're going to struggle to really keep out of this lineup. Riley Green, I think that's just a guy, and we're going to get to Riley Green here in a second, kind of his struggles, even though, he had a 2-hit game yesterday, and it made a couple nice plays out there in left field. But I feel like Kerry Carpenter's a name you're going to see a lot, and Riley Green, that's a guy that you have to play him every day. That's an all-star. So even though he's struggling against these lefties, I mean, this is a guy you're potentially going to pay for 8 years. So, I mean, you're going to have to play him every day, especially against left-handed pitching, and that's something he's going to have to get better at, as well as a guy like Colt Keith as well, who hasn't been playing against lefties. Who if he could be productive against left-handed pitching, that really changes kind of the landscape of this Tigers team. Honestly, if you're in a position where you could play Colt Keith every single day, so I'm curious to see what kind of lineup card that they run out today.
Yeah, I mean, it's really all three of those guys. Those are three guys that are potentially, your future, and not being able to hit against left-handed pitching is definitely a downfall of those guys. So if, one of the three could, turn it around and become a consistent hitter against left-handed pitching, it would be good for them for sure. Well,
Crazy Clown says it in the chat. Dropping Riley down in the lineup is the right thing to do. Riley Green hit 6th last night for the Detroit Tigers. Tell me if I'm wrong here, but I tried to do some research on it, and I think this is true. I think that might be the lowest he's hit in an order in maybe his career. I mean, obviously he's had some pinch hit spots, hitting 7th, 8th, 9th, but I mean, Mike, that's your all-star, and he got dropped down to 6th in the order. This stretch, dude. this stretch. And again, he had 2 hits yesterday. And this is a question I have for the chat. Are we content if this is who Riley Green is as a player? Are we content if this is just going to be a high slug, high strikeout guy? Are we content with that? Because
like this Riley Green, no. But I don't think that the Riley Green that we've seen in the beginning of the season is actually him, or that hot stretch, or whatever you want to call it. I think there's somewhere in the middle. That's where Riley Green is. I don't believe that he's this bad with this swing and miss stuff, because some of these swings are looking like old Javi Baez, and he's swinging at everything. But I think he's not as good as that start of the season form, I guess you could say. Well, not even the start of the season, because he struggled even a little bit at the beginning too. But he's just somewhere in the middle. I don't think he's this bad, but I also don't think he's that great also.
But Mike, when are we going to see that in between? Because it's either been really good or really bad from Riley Green. Really high highs and really low lows, right? And it's not. And again, that's your all-star. This is a guy you want to lock up for 8+ years, 6+ years. When are we going to see that in between where we're going to get a month where he's just going to be a really good player? He doesn't have to be, Barry Bonds, but I also don't want him to be freaking whoever, Victor Reyes, I just want to you're right. I do want to see that what that in between is for Riley Green, because it's been really high highs and really high lows and really low lows. And the thing with him too is he's swinging and missing a ton, and a lot of it is in the strike zone. Like, he's missing a lot of pitches that are in the zone, a lot of hittable pitches. We saw yesterday, Evan Petzel put it out on Twitter that he was hitting on the field yesterday. And he said he hasn't really hit on the field ever. The only time he really has is like during the All-Star game and stuff. So at least he's trying to go out there and make changes. But man, do we need Riley Green to fucking step up down the stretch, Mike? Yeah. I mean, this offense is going to go as far as Riley Green takes us. We need him to step up big time. Big time. Because I know he had 2 hits yesterday, but this beginning of August has been terrible. And obviously July was pretty brutal. So hopefully Riley Green can turn things around here. I think he can. I think he's a good enough player and a good enough hitter to get this done. But man, we need him. We need him big time, because there's some ugly at bats he's putting out there, and he's going to lead the league in strikeouts.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, he might set the record for most of the season if he doesn't get it together. But I have some confidence in Riley. I think he can turn it around. I think AJ Hinch he's definitely gotten the point. He might have hung in there with him longer than he should have, but moving him down, kind of regrouping things with him, I think Riley can bounce back. And like you said, without him being the Riley that we expect him to be, who knows how far this Tigers team can go. We need him to definitely be playing his best. But Caleb, we had a huge lead in this division just a couple months ago, and now it is down to 6 games. Obviously, you get a win last night. Things are kind of looking back towards up, but is Caleb hitting the panic button? Because 6 games, is you're really essentially like one bad weekend from really, really having to hit the panic button.
Yeah. Yep. I'll say this, Mike. I get the vibe that, and this is weird for me to say, not weird, but it's uncomfortable for me to say. There's been stretches this year, obviously during this stretch, a couple series where in my head, I'm like, man, are we just not that good? Like, was that 90 game sample size we got like a fluke? But I think this team, if they go back to the, to playing their own game, I think they're going to be just fine. And this series right here is so important because, like you said, one bad weekend, Cleveland is 3 games back from us, and now it's a race again. Because we were sitting comfortably. They were in the Cleveland, Minnesota, Kansas City. They were in the rearview mirror with us. We were 14 games up at a point, and now it's not. Now it's 6 games. That's why that win last night was so big. because if you lose last night, you're in a position where things can get really fucking weird. But no, my hand is on the panic button. It's on it, but I'm not entirely ready to press it yet. But I'm close.
Yeah, and
There's
obviously
definitely been points where it's gotten a little strange.
Yeah, and this month for the Tigers is pretty huge. The only team above 500 they end up playing for the rest of the month is the Astros. I want to believe that's towards the end of the month. But right now, the same thing goes for the Guardians. They're on a 9-game homestand. They have the White Sox right now, which they just won game 1 of yesterday. 2 more against them, and then they're at home against the Marlins and the Braves. So the Braves, who obviously have been decimated by injuries, aren't playing well this year. The Marlins, kind of not a good team. They have some younger guys, but those are series that they're going to win. Like, they will at least take 2 in those series. I'm assuming they'll take another one again today, if not sweep the White Sox. So that's 3 right there. So it's going to be a lot closer, and I think it's going to be down to the wire as far as this division goes, just because of the landscape of some of these teams that they play. Like, I don't think the Guardians are going anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think they are either. I mean, the Guardians are playing really good baseball, so definitely something to keep an eye on there. Again, my hand is on the panic button, but I'm not ready to hit it. And you guys know how I feel about the trade deadline. I talked about it last week. I thought they didn't do enough. Obviously, Kyle Finnegan has looked really good. He's 3 for 3 on his saves. And Charlie Morton had a pretty good start on Sunday Night Baseball. But, I mean, when you're in that position where you could really pull away, I would have liked to see them be a little more aggressive at the trade deadline. And this might be a deadline where we look back at it and say, holy shit, man, like, what a missed opportunity this was. I haven't really got a chance to talk to you about it, Mike. What were your thoughts on this Tigers trade deadline? Obviously, it was like 2 weeks ago, but it's still relevant now.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say I was just a little underwhelmed. Like, you would have expected, I guess you could have expected more. Like, I like Finnegan. Charlie Moe, obviously, he has a pass with AJ Hinch in Houston. So, like, there's parts that I like about these trades. Do I think that there was bigger fish out there, and looking around at some of the trades that went around the MLB that we could have gotten something better, maybe could have forked up a little bit more? No, it doesn't have to be McGonigal or Max Clark, but you could have forked something up to improve this team. So I would basically just say underwhelmed. That would be the word for it. But who knows? Like, we've seen some good stuff from these newcomers, and like you said, we have the whole rest of the season and then postseason. So maybe these guys do make an impact. We'll kind of just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, this is an important stretch of baseball for the Tigers. You'd like to get a more comfortable lead in that division, even though, I mean, we're having these conversations, but they still have the biggest lead of any division in baseball. But still, I mean, it was getting scary there for a second. It is still kind of scary. So we would like to see a good outing out of Charlie Morton and then one out of Casey Mize tomorrow to give us some more cushion in that division and make sure we don't have to play in the wild card round. But Mike, I want to move on to the Tigers, to the Lions here. We got a little buy or sell segment for you guys today. I got 5 questions, 5 buy or sell scenarios. Chat, I would love for you to get involved in this because I think some of these are pretty interesting questions. But again, before we get into the Tigers, prayers up. Or before we get into the Lions, I keep saying Tigers, Mike. But yeah, prayers up to Maurice Norris. Scary situation. But I mean, if you weren't following along in the beginning of the show, every single report that came out was pretty positive. So, pretty positive from Dan Campbell and co on the Maurice Norris situation. But first one, buy or sell, Mike. We watched Hendon Hooker play last night. We watched Hendon Hooker and Kyle Allen play last night. First buy or sell, Hendon Hooker or Kyle Allen will not be this team's QB2 to start the year, meaning will the Detroit Lions go external for their QB2 position?
I think they're definitely gonna. I think obviously Kyle Allen, Hendon Hooker has looked very underwhelming so far. Obviously, we kind of thought he'd be a little bit better. There would still be that kind of rookie young quarterback curve rather. But I think they kind of do go again. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater went to the Bucs, so they're kind of out of that too. But I think they do go explore something else for the backup quarterback option. We kind of know what Kyle Allen is like. not a great in his stint in the NFL in regular season games. So if you're going to need someone to come in and win a game with Jared Goff potentially going out for a couple games, whatever it is, you need to go get a backup quarterback. You could obviously you've seen what Hendon Hooker is through these preseason games, and it is kind of harder to judge because they are playing with the second, third team units, but you kind of see what he is. And I don't think anyone would be comfortable with him going out there against, one of the top teams in the NFC, AFC and trying to win you a game. So,
yeah, well, like Detroit fan man said, Kyle Allen is the backup until further notice. Hope he never has to play. But
yes,
for this question, Hendon Hooker or Kyle Allen won't be the team's backup to start the year for buy or sell. I am going to buy this. I don't think either of them are going to be the QB2 for the Detroit Lions. Look, the Hendon Hooker experiment, and I saw Steve Lehman, or I believe it was Steve Lehman, say it in the chat. Yep, Hendon Hooker, the experiment is over. The third-round pick of Hendon Hooker was a waste of a draft pick. He has shown absolutely nothing for this team. Comes in yesterday, has an opportunity to not maybe solidify himself as a QB2, but really make himself the favorite to win this QB2 matchup. And he didn't get a ton of help from the offensive line, but you can't fumble twice. You can't turn the ball over twice. Yeah. He threw a hospital ball to Craig Reynolds. It looked like he was late on all of his reads. And then, and I do want to shout out Kyle Allen, though. And like Crazy Clown says in the chat, Kyle Allen looked great yesterday. Yeah, he came in and had a three-play drive, scored touchdown. Really nice throw to Meeks for, I believe it was 60-something yards, and had that nice throw on that to Isaac Tesla, who balled yesterday. Not balled, but he had that nice touchdown catch yesterday. But, yeah, I don't think this QB2 is on the roster right now. I think they're going to try to go get someone. And They put a poll up yesterday for Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker is definitely a cut candidate now, like truly, because what is he giving you? What is he giving you? As if you're the Detroit Lions, what is Hendon Hooker giving you? It's been the experiment's over. He's a fun player to watch, but man, he was disappointing yesterday, and I was really excited to watch him play because I thought there was a chance maybe that he was really gonna put kind of say, Kyle Allen, this is my job. Like, this no longer is a competition. But
put some pressure on him.
Second buy or sell here. Jahmyr Gibbs will lead the NFL in all-purpose yards. Buy or sell, Mike?
I'll buy this. I think I don't remember where he actually ranked last year, but I think this is going to be a big year for Gibbs. As much as I am a David Montgomery guy, I think the workload will shift a little bit. They will still both be involved by all means, but I think this is going to be a big year for Jahmyr Gibbs and kind of where he stamps himself as, not that he already wasn't a top 5 or top 3 running back, but he's going to stamp himself as the best running back in the league this year. I believe it.
I'm buying this as well. And look, I think even from the outside looking in, like if I wasn't a Lions fan and I'm looking at Jahmyr Gibbs, I think I would still buy this. Yes, Montgomery is going to get his touches as he should. I mean, Montgomery is as solid as they come as a running back. One of the best. He is the best RB2 in all of football. He would start on many teams. But Jahmyr Gibbs, that's a guy you cannot keep off the field. I mean, he is. Every time he touches the ball, it's fireworks. And we saw Johnny Moe. He's putting sets in where Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery are on the field at the same time. So you're going to have Jahmyr Gibbs split out wide a little bit. He's going to have the opportunity to play more as a receiver. But, I'm going to buy this. Jahmyr Gibbs to lead the NFL in all-purpose yards. I think he's going to have an opportunity to win Offensive Player of the Year. I truly do. But this one, pretty interesting. Oh, actually, real quick.
Yes.
Shout out nobody, $5. Boys, I'm on the links. Can I get a shout out for Daniel Thomas, Xavier Andres? Shout out Daniel Thomas, Xavier Andres. Shout out.
Have a
nobody.
round.
How you playing? How you playing, nobody? You putting a good round today? You putting a good round in today? Saturday morning? I mean, what a better way to start off your week? Watching the boys and hitting the links.
Where the boys golfing at? Where you at?
Yeah, where are you guys playing? But shout out Daniel Thomas, Xavier Andres, and shout out nobody for the $5. Next, buy or sell, Mike. And this one I'm going to have to explain a little bit, kind of the extremities of this one. Buy or sell. The defense will be better than the offense next year, meaning, for example, the defense would be ranked 3rd in the league, and the offense would be ranked 7th or 8th or 10th. buy or sell, the defense will be better than the offense this year?
No, I still think that the offense will be better. The defensive line, there still is some question marks. Obviously, Hutch is coming back, but you still have Noah Lean, and you do have a new secondary. You still have Terry and Arnold, hoping he makes that second-year leap. DJ Reed he's still a great corner, but he's a switch up for Carlton Davis. So there's some things that need to be worked out on that defense. Obviously, you have a new OC and DC, but I think the way that the offense is, a lot of the pieces are still returning. It's Jared Goff's offense. You still have Mark Brunell there kind of captaining that. I don't think that there should be that many hiccups, even with the new OC change. I think that Jared Goff and that offense should still be able to hit the ground running. If there's any hiccups as far as that, in training camp, Jared Goff should be the one straightening those things out and make sure that, they're ready for, week one, because he's been around this offense. Everything is, damn near the same. Obviously, the offensive line, you're going to missing a few pieces with Zeitler and Ragnow, but that being, your biggest worry. But I think the offense should still be a top offense in the league. And I really don't know how that defense is going to work out. There was still a lot of questions with the secondary last year, when they were healthy. And then, the defensive line still is what it is. Someone else is going to have to make noise besides Hutch.
Mike, I think I might buy this one. And look, all the reports from camp.
I would happy to be wrong about this too.
No, exactly. Like, yes, but all the reports coming from camp, and I will take everything that is coming from camp with a grain of salt, because it's a new offense, Johnny Mo's offense. Whether people want to say this or not, that it's basically the same offense Ben Johnson ran, I don't think that's entirely true. I mean, they're installing a new offense. Yes, they have weapons out their fucking ass, the best weapons in football. And this is not me saying the Detroit Lions offense is going to be bad. They're going to be top 10, maybe top 5. But I am so intrigued by this defense, Mike. There is so much talent on this defense. You get Aiden Hutchinson back. You just draft Tyleik Williams, who I think is going to be a contributor. He's going to be able to eat double teams and clog the middle. And, DJ Reader, Davenport. I can't believe I just mentioned Davenport with those guys. But, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. I mean, there's just so much talent on this defense. And I think Kelvin Shepard is going to do a fantastic job. Oh, man. I don't know if I want to buy or sell this. You know what? I'm going to buy it. I think this Detroit Lions defense will be top 4 in the league, and I think the Lions offense will be probably top 8-ish. That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one, though. But I'm going to buy it.
I know that.
And Nick P said it too. DJ Reader, and I was a Carlton guy. DJ Reed is better than Carlton. So much more consistent. Carlton was really good last year, but in my opinion, I thought he was really good. But DJ Reed, I mean, he's a dog. And that secondary, man, and Zuber Wilson says it questions secondary. Mike, I think the secondary is really good. Like, I think Terrion's going to take a jump. Brian Branch.
To be honest, I don't think DJ Reed is better than Carlton Davis.
I do. I understand your argument there.
DJ Reed was playing obviously the second wide receiver with the Jets, and I'm not saying that he can't be a cornerback one here. Terry and Arnold has gotten so many penalties. I think Amik Robinson is my high horse. I guess the person that I'm really confident in there. But I think they'll be good. I wasn't saying that they'll be terrible. I just think that the offense is going to be better than them. But I don't know. In the defensive line, you still have Davenport outside of Hutch. Like, there's just so much I think that needs to come to fruition, I guess I could say. But
you know what? We're gonna skip a couple questions here. We'll get back.
It's a tough one to answer.
We'll get back to, I'm going to skip a question here, Mike, on the sheet, because I want to get to this one right here. Buy or sell? Za'Darius Smith will be a Detroit Lion by week 1.
Ooh. I'm buying it. Bring him home. Bring him home, Caleb. I'm just going to speak it into existence. Bring him home.
I'm selling this. I don't think he will.
Damn it.
I don't think he's going to be a Lion.
I honestly don't. I don't know either, but I'm just praying.
But I mean, the doc made a really good. Go ahead.
I'm not confident in Marcus Davenport. I will say that.
No, neither am I. Neither am I. I'm not saying they shouldn't go out and get him, but I mean, the only thing I can imagine, and Doc made a great point when he says this, that like maybe Zadarius Smith doesn't want to play in training camp. Like he doesn't want to do a full camp because he's getting up there in age. You know, he's a veteran. He doesn't want to do other conditioning and stuff, which is totally fucking fine. I just don't see it. By week 1, I don't know. It's hard for me to see it, man. It's hard for me to see it. I would love Zadarius Smith to come back, but I do not think he will be a Lion by week 1. Now, Mike, here's an interesting one. Last one in the buy or sell segment. Zadarius Smith. Oh, you just did that one, Mike.
Again.
The Detroit Lions will be undefeated at home this year. Here are their matchups. Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, Cleveland, Tampa Bay, Giants, Cowboys, Steelers. Buy or sell. The Detroit Lions will be undefeated at Ford Field this year.
Oh, man. It's honestly some favorable matchups, but to go undefeated, who knows? I think I'll just sell. I think they'll drop one of them. They'll drop one.
I'm buying this all day. They went undefeated on the road last year. They're going undefeated at home this year. I mean, Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, Cleveland, Tampa Bay. The toughest game here is obviously Minnesota, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's going to be good again.
But I think they win all these games. I do. I do. And I don't know what my prediction was to start the year for record-wise. My record prediction is around like 12-5, 11-6. So they might struggle on the road this year because they have some tough road matchups, but I do think the Detroit Lions will go undefeated at home. I think there's a really good chance. I'm going to buy this.
Kind of off topic before we move on. What was the over-under? What is it for their win total? Wasn't it
it's 10.5,
9.5, 10.5?
Yeah, 9.5 or 10.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at these games.
If they win all those games at home, they're hitting the over, so you might as well take that.
But one of these games, if you lose it, it would have to be one that slipped away from you. Maybe outside of Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay is a good team. They beat us at home last year. And I think Minnesota is going to be a really good team. But if you lose to Dallas at home, that's going to be an upsetting one, I think.
Yes.
It's going to be one that's going to have to slip away from you. Green Bay, I've said this on the show. I think Green Bay misses the playoffs this year. I don't think Green Bay is as good as advertised. Minnesota, I think, will be very good. But I think we get it done at home against them. So, I mean, they went undefeated on the road last year. Why can't they do it at home? And they have some pretty favorable matchups. But that road schedule, Mike, is pretty tough. So
I think that Tampa Bay game, that will be kind of like what I talked about. The secondary, that will be a game where there's a true test of them. They have 4 wide receivers that will all see the field and all make an impact. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah. Well, that was buy or sell Detroit Lions. I might do that, every week. We got a fun little segment for you guys. And chat, if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to. I put together 10 random athletes. I'll just say this: football, basketball, baseball, NFL, MLB, NBA. 10 random athletes, and I'm going to have Mike blind rank these 10 athletes. And it's going to be tough. And the list he might come up with might be incredibly stupid. And chat, we're all going to laugh at him. Everyone's going to make fun of him, and we're going to let him know if he has a bad take for the next year. We're going to let him know.
This is tough because, you could rattle them off, and someone, my number one could be the last pick, and I won't know, but my list is already settled. So chat, again, I'm going to name random athletes, and he has to blind rank them 1 through 10. So the first athlete I name, he doesn't know what's coming next. So he might want to put him at 5. He might want to put him whatever. Are you ready, Mike? Fuck. All right. Yep.
The first athlete up, DeMar DeRozan. Where are you putting him? I think that's a good baseline there.
I'll put DeMar DeRozan at 7.
DeMar DeRozan at 7. Okay.
I got high hopes for who you're going to give me.
DeMar DeRozan at 7. NBA, Mike, I didn't
NBA
even
champion,
Xavier said 5. You would have put him at 5. These 10 athletes were literally the first athletes I could think of in my head. So I wasn't okay, let me really dig deep. These are the first 10 athletes I could think of in my head. Number 2, Mike, second athlete up, Ellie De La Cruz.
Ooh. I'll put I'm gonna
Is
put
Ellie De La
Ellie.
Cruz better than DeMar DeRozan?
Oh yeah. I think. Yeah. I mean, dude, generational shortstop. He's unreal. So, I'll put Ellie at. Yeah, I was thinking 4, Dante. I'm rolling with 4.
Ellie De La Cruz at 4.
Yes.
All right. Next one up. Jalen Waddle. Is he better than DeMar DeRozan, Mike? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Is Jalen Waddle better than DeMar DeRozan?
That's tough because DeMar DeRozan's an NBA champion.
He's an NBA champion in a 30. He was a 25-point scorer like 2 years ago. Is Jalen Waddle better than DeMar DeRozan? This is the tough questions we have to ask ourselves on Saturday morning with crunch time. Xavier said 6, so he's better than DeMar DeRozan. Dante, he already used 7. He put DeMar DeRozan at 7. Where's Jalen Waddle going? So far, he has Ellie De La Cruz at 4.
Honestly,
DeMar DeRozan's not an NBA champion,
I don't
Mike.
know why I was thinking that. I was literally thinking that in my head. I was like, wait, was he even on there?
Thank you, Jay Hart. Thank you,
No,
Jay Hart.
no,
Kawhi is the NBA champion.
Yeah, I know. I'll put him at 6. No, I'll put him at 8. Jalen Waddle's going 8.
Wow. All right. You heard it here first from Michael Gentry.
I was thinking of him
better
like
than
he was
Jalen Waddle. All right. Number 4. So far he has Ellie De La Cruz at 4. Ellie De La Cruz at 4. DeMar DeRozan at 7. Jalen Waddle at 8. Next one up. Third baseman for the San Diego Padres, Manny Machado.
Oh, I love Manny Machado. Oh, man. This is tough because I put Ellie at 4. Fuck. I feel like, Chad, what do you think here? I can't put Manny Machado below Ellie, can I? Dante says 2. Yes, guys, I realized that tomorrow I had a little mix-up, all right? Give me a break. I think Xavier says 6. Dante says 2. What about 3, chat? What about 3? Just right above Ellie. We still have 1 and
3. I like where this is stacking up for me. You want to do 3?
Nah, you know what? I'm gonna do 5.
5? Hold on.
Wait.
So you're saying Manny Machado is better than it?
No, I'm Caleb. You're kind of shaking me up with your words. I think no. All right. You know what? I'll go 3.
No, I wrote you down for 5.
It doesn't matter. Your list doesn't matter. My list is the one that matters.
Fine. So far in Mike blind ranking 10 athletes, Manny Machado at 3, Ellie De La Cruz at 4, DeMar DeRozan at 7, and Jalen Waddle at 8. 1, 2, 6, 9, and 10 are left. There is 6
Dante's
athletes
my voice
left.
of reason in here.
There are 6 athletes left. Next athlete, Mike.
Green.
Quarterback, well, pretty relevant here because he flipped off the crowd. Quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, Geno Smith.
Geno Smith's going at 9.
Geno Smith at 9. All right. I respect that. All right. Next athlete up. This is where it gets tricky, Mike.
Yeah, dude, it is. It's tricky already. Had me planning for the future. But
Travis Etienne. You have 1, 2, 6, and 10 available.
He's 10.
He's 10. Okay. All right. So this
Shit.
I fucking love this. All right. Manny Machado at 3, Ellie De La Cruz at 4, DeMar DeRozan at 7, Jalen Waddle at 8, Geno Smith at 9, and Travis Etienne at 10. 3 athletes left, Mike. 6, 2, and 1 left available.
Wait, 5 too. 1, 2, 5, 6, right?
Oh yeah. You're right. Next athlete up. Jamal Murray. Denver Nugget.
This is tough. I think I'll put him at 5.
All right. Jamal Murray at 5. I think that's pretty comfortable spot there.
You know, second fiddle to Joker, but he played a very big role. He's always showing up in the playoffs. Obviously, NBA champion. Dude, Dante's just spot on with me. I say it, and then like 5 seconds later, he puts it in there.
You have 1, 2, and 6 left. 3 athletes left. Next one up, Brent Rooker, DH.
Oh,
Oakland A.
That is my guy, as you know. That is my guy. Well, he's definitely not 1 or 2 as much as I love Brent Rooker. So he's going to have to fall into that 6 spot.
Brent Rooker at
I should have,
6.
just for the narrative and me loving him as a player, should have just put him as number 1 and just totally fucked this entire list. He's better than Manny Machado and Ellie, I guess, huh?
So far, this is Mike's list, blind ranking 10 athletes. He has 2 athletes left with the 1 and 2 spot left. Manny Machado, Ellie De La Cruz, Jamal Murray, Brent Rooker, DeMar DeRozan, Jalen Waddle, Geno Smith, Travis Etienne. Next athlete up, Wemby, Victor Wembanyama.
He'll take the number 1 spot because
He'll take the number 1 spot. So Mike's second best athlete, the athlete he's saying is better than Manny Machado, Ellie De La Cruz, Jamal Murray, Brent Rooker, DeMar DeRozan, Jalen Waddle, Geno Smith, and Victor and Travis Etienne. Isaiah Stewart. Stewart is Mike's second best.
He did this on purpose.
No, I didn't. This is the way you laid it out. This is the way you did it yourself. If you guys know, Mike is the biggest Isaiah Stewart fan on planet Earth. And you can tell this because he put him over Manny Machado and Ellie De La Cruz, Jamal Murray, Brent Rooker. I mean, there's all-stars on this list, but Mike likes Isaiah Stewart that much where he's going to put him. And I respect him. Like, Isaiah Stewart could have been a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and I respect you putting him at number 2. 1 spot below Victor Wembanyama. So you think very highly of Isaiah Stewart. Let's keep that on record, everybody. That Michael Gentry is the biggest Isaiah Stewart guy in the world. So if you're just tuning in, Mike Reed, shout out. What's going on? We just blind ranked 10 athletes. Well, Mike did, and this was the list he came out with. Number 10, Travis Etienne. Number 9, Geno Smith. Number 8, Jalen Waddle. Number 7, DeMar DeRozan, not an NBA champion, confirmed. Number 6, Brent Rooker. Number 5, Jamal Murray. Number 4, Ellie De La Cruz. Number 3, Manny Machado. Number 2, Isaiah Stewart. Number 1, Victor Wembanyama. So Isaiah Stewart, number 2. Mike, you're a big Isaiah Stewart guy, and everybody knows this. I think, honestly, I didn't know you were that much of a fan of him.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were like a super fan.
Yeah, there's generational athletes on here, some champions, so where Isaiah Stewart ranks on that list. He's got to be at the top. You know me.
Yeah, he has to.
I think so highly of him. Great player, totally worth the money we're paying him.
You love him. Love him. So, I think maybe next week you could throw me 10 athletes.
That was fun though, Caleb.
Yeah. I think we should do that again. So yeah, those are definitely the most 10 random athletes I could have thought of. Now, chat. Mike, before we get to the last segment, we're gonna do a little draft here. Shedeur Sanders, you watch him play yesterday?
I didn't actually watch, no, but I seen some clips on Twitter. Yeah.
Is that a guy? Because that QB room is stacked, and not stacked as in there's a bunch of talent there, but there's just a lot of guys there.
12 guys. I'm listed as a backup QB for them.
Yeah, seriously. So is Isaiah Stewart, but
God damn it,
Shedeur Sanders. Do you think there's any chance? And I'm not saying to the Detroit Lions guys, I'm not saying that. Any chance you think Shedeur or one of those guys gets moved, like traded?
I don't think it's Shedeur. I think, they'll slim out that quarterback room. They have, like you said, 1 million guys, maybe Dylan Gabriel. I don't think they give up on Shedeur. I don't.
Well, let me ask you.
He'll eventually be the starter, I think.
Let's say you honestly just not the Detroit Lions, but you're a GM in the NFL. Would you rather let's say you're giving up a 7th round pick for both of them, so you're basically essentially getting nothing. Would you rather have Kenny Pickett or Shedeur Sanders? Seriously,
I would probably take Shedeur.
Okay, yeah, I don't hate that. Shedeur looked pretty good yesterday. Kenny Pickett
kind of know what he is.
He stinks, but Dylan Gabriel didn't play yesterday. Flacco didn't play yesterday. Kenny Pickett didn't play yesterday. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm curious to see what happens with Shedeur Sanders. But, chat, we're gonna have a little fun here to end the show. Two fun segments down the show. We did the blind ranking athletes. This one, just a little good vibe segment. And Chad, I want you involved. We're gonna do a little top 5 draft or top 3 draft here. Sorry, Chad, we're doing pizzas. Chad, we're doing pizzas today. Not pizza toppings, but type of pizzas. For example, barbecue chicken, that's a type of pizza. That's not a pizza topping. That's a type of pizza. Pepperoni mushroom, that's a type of pizza. We're going to do a little draft here. Mike, since I think I'm going to dominate you in this draft.
No,
I'm
Caleb.
going to let you get the first pick, and I want the swing. And
No, Caleb, I
What?
think last time I believe I took the first pick, so I'm giving you the honors. I'm laying the Uno reverse card down right now. So you are on the clock, Caleb Czarnik.
Fine. Okay. Well, with the number 1 pick and the type of pizza draft, I don't have a draft board here or anything. I'm going off the top of my head. Mike, just give me barbecue chicken. Just give it to me. Just give it to me.
I didn't think you were going to go that route for your first one. I didn't think, I thought you were going to dig deeper in the well.
No, I know.
You had something else down there, but,
I know ball. I know ball. What you got here? You get 2 picks.
Oh, all right. So 1, I'm just going to do the classic pepperoni and jalapenos.
Oh, I can't believe you just, Mike. I can't believe you just did that. The reason I wanted to do this type of segment, not just pizza toppings, is because I had pepperoni jalapeno for the first time the other day, and I'm like, this legitimately could be the best fucking pizza I've ever had. I swear to God.
Yes, it is.
Is that like a normal thing? Is that like a classic?
I wouldn't say it's a classic, but I love spicy food. Like every meal I eat is probably somewhat spicy. Not good for me probably, but
dude. That is crazy.
I love jalapenos with the pizza.
Wow. What a pick. All right, you get the next pick as well. It's a great pick, Mike.
All right. I'm going to go specialty, and this one's a little crazy, but there's a pizza place like right down the street from me that has a phenomenal one. Philly cheesesteak pizza, Caleb.
That's disgusting, man.
Dude, it is so good. I don't know if it's just me, but there's a New York style place right by me. And it's got like the white Alfredo sauce. It is so goddamn good. I know it's an out-of-the-box pizza, but it is phenomenal.
That's a pretty upsetting pick by you, Mike. I'm not going to lie.
I'm sorry.
I get my 2 picks here. Philly cheesesteak. Come on. What are we doing here?
It's a great pizza, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm going another Dante. Cheeseburger pizza is so fucking terrible.
I've never had one of those. I don't think I would do that.
It's not good. But I'm just going to go back to back. I'm going to rip it real quick. I'm going Big ZD Pizza. Big ZD Pizza. The ball knowers know it's a fantastic pizza. You got the Big ZD on top, mozzarella. It's fantastic. And then to round it out, I'm going another chicken pizza. I'm going Buffalo. What would it be? Buffalo Chicken Ranch. Is that what it is?
Yeah, just buffalo chicken. They always put the ranch on it or something
buffalo
else.
Chicken. So I got barbecue chicken, baked ziti, and buffalo chicken. I think that's a pretty elite list there.
I'm just gonna do the classic, the old-fashioned margarita pizza.
Sure.
Fresh mozzarella on there. That is, as you know, Caleb, I'm a big New York style guy. I like the big slices. A little flop, hold them, fold them.
Sure. I respect it. But pizza draft. Kind of flew through that. Barbecue chicken, baked ziti, pizza, and buffalo chicken. My team, and then pep jalapeno, Philly cheesesteak, and margarita.
So, Caleb, obviously the doc legend. He comes on Wednesday. They had a big discussion, I think. I don't know. I seen Doc tag photos of it. Pineapple on pizza, pineapple and ham. Like
pineapple and look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza because it's a topping. It could go on there. But it sucks. Like, it's not good. And shout out the doc. But I mean,
love
that pizza. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up, guys. I'm gonna see if I can pull this up from the doc.
The picture he posted.
Oh my god, dude! What was that?
To be honest, I don't even like pineapple outside of pizza. So to put it on a pizza, it ain't it. It ain't it.
Let's see if I can pull it. I mean, it just looks like.
Mike Reed said meat lovers. How surprised, meat. A lot of stuff on it, though. Greasy.
Let's see this here. Chat, this is the pizza, and there was a great debate on the weekly show, on the daily show of this pizza. This is the pizza the doc came up with. Hold on.
Phil says hot pineapple explodes with juice.
What are we talking about? Look at this thing. What is that? What is that? Doc.
That just looks like half the toppings are falling off. Like you pick it up, they're all falling off the pizza.
And that's no good. That's no good. That's no good. But you know what, Mike? Why does this always happen? All right. You know what? Great show today, Mike. I think we covered a lot. Lions preseason, Tigers, kind of their situation right now. Riley Green. You made it known that Isaiah Stewart is one of your favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
So I love to hear that. We talked pizza. What else can you ask for on a Saturday morning? Pizza, baseball, football, and all that good stuff. I hope all of you guys have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on all of our socials at Crunch Time Sports or at Official CT Sports. And make sure to subscribe. Football is just around the corner, guys. The regular season's in 30 days, 29 days.
Hell yeah.
So it's getting there. And we're really excited for it. This is going to be a big year for us, and we're gonna make sure to put out the best content for you guys. But yeah, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. And Mike, hit him with something.
Yeah. You basically said it. Thanks for tuning in. You chat. You have a Saturday. We'll see you next week. Caleb, we're just gonna have to keep taking this top 3 list or top 5 list to the next level. Like, we need the chat getting involved. We need better topics. So next week we'll be better. We'll find something better than pizza for the chat.
We'll do it. We love you guys.
All right.
Peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend.